Yeah, like.
Yeah. Good afternoon and a very warm welcome to one and all present here. On behalf of the Entrepreneurship Development Cell, we graciously invite you to our flagship event, the Entrepreneurship Awareness Camp 2021. We inspire to strive and give you the best of the experiences. At the Entrepreneurship Development Cell, we encourage the youth to take initiatives to knowledgeably develop their insights and thereby make enriching contributions. We are honored today to have among us a man who holds a special place in the Indian cricket history, a legend who is a Xaverian in its true sense, one who needs no introduction, none other than our very own DADA, Mr. Sourav Ganguly. We are also honored to have with us our father principal, Reverend Dr. Dominic Savio S, who has also inspired us to aspire excellence and maintain the Xaverian reputation. With immense pride, we thus present to you the Entrepreneurship Awareness Camp 2021. We hope to give you some valuable insights into the entrepreneurship arena and motivate you to achieve great success with constant diligence and dedication. We now venture into the commencement of the session. Father, I would request you to address the gathering and say a few words.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Very good afternoon to all of you. On behalf of St. Xavier's College, Kolkata, I would like to wish a warm welcome to Mr. Sourav Ganguly, the epitome of what it means to be a true Xaverian, and our esteemed chief guest. We are very fortunate to have such a legend present amongst us, being the former captain of the Indian cricket team and the current president of the Board of Control for Cricket in India, the quote, God of the offside, unquote, requires no introduction. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you and chair the opening ceremony of the 4th edition of Entrepreneurship Awareness Camp, an initiative by the Entrepreneurship Development Cell of our institution to promote the startup culture in our country. The hardest part of starting up is starting out, and it is to overcome this very hurdle that EAC was conceptualized to groom young startups and accelerate their entrance into the competitive yet fascinating world of entrepreneurship. Over the course of these days, 3 days, blooming startups will be emerged in the ideal environment for growth and magic to happen. Surrounded by smart, passionate people, and with the best tools at their disposal, they are sure to take giant leaps towards creating a sustainable business, thereby leading the nation towards self-reliance and excellence. I'm very happy to see the team EDC's efforts to bridge the gap between entrepreneurs who require resources to build their startups and angel investors to incubators looking to invest their time and efforts into promising new ventures. We are very, very unfortunate to have Mr. Sourav Ganguly. He is a very busy man, we all know, but we have the right person to inaugurate this camp, and also he will have a very good interactive session, surely will enrich all of you. In a special way, I would like to thank Mr. Sourav Ganguly for accepting to be with us this afternoon, and it's going to be a very enriching and unforgettable session. And I wish you all the best. And especially I would like to thank Dr. Arup Kumar Mitra for organizing with the students this beautiful event. Wish you all the best. May God bless you. Thank you very much, Mr. Ganguly, for being with us this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Father Principal, for your encouraging words. So first of all, we would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to you for taking out time of your busy schedule and gracing us at Ivan. So despite of all these commitments, all these endorsements, and you've been heading the biggest cricket association in the world right now. And so you've tasted success at almost every place that you've been to. So despite of all these, what are the things that keep you going, that keep you motivated, that even push you further to still keep striving for newer things, for success in newer elements?
Will you just speak the last word louder?
So what are the things that strive you, that keep you motivated for striving for success in even in newer arenas, despite of all these commitments and having tasted success everywhere else?
In life, every one of us has to evolve. You're young boys and girls, and I was in your age as well. And I loved my school life because school and college, my school life was even better because I used to play a lot of sports in school, football, cricket, and more so football. In life, for all of us, as you grow older, you will see that, life will pose different opportunities for you. You'll go through stages, and nobody knows what is there in the future for all of us. And even it was in my case also, when I first started playing cricket, and I was absolutely fortunate that I had Father Boucher in St. Xavier's, who was my principal and who allowed me to play the sport. I remember at the age of 14 or 15, when I first went out to play the game for my state, I never knew that, you know 10 years down the line or 15 years down the line, I would be leading the country. I would be the captain of the national cricket team, which is a dream for anybody. I think i think in life, you have to work for the present. You have to make sure that your efforts, your successes for the present are so good that it creates an opportunity for you in the future. Sometimes in life, you look too far ahead. You're too worried about the future, and thinking about the future, you're oblivious of the current. So for all of you, and I'm sure coming out of such an esteemed school and college of St. Xavier's, you will come out as fantastic students, fantastic person, human the character, and all of you, in different steps as you go through, you will see that it's like a river, a long free flowing river. As it keeps going, the various distributaries and channels which keep opening up, and it's going to happen the same for you. But the most important, this important thing what you need to do is to show the courage and accept it, to take that risk of going forward, and to take that risk of uh, of taking a chance in life. For all of you, you must remember, you should look at everything as an opportunity. There are two ways of looking at it. You think it as a pressure, oh, what's going to happen? I may not be able to succeed. But if you look at things as an opportunity, if you look at situations in life as an opportunity, you will evolve, you will become better, and it will only keep helping your self-confidence. So don't narrow your vision for life, whether it's in your professional career or whether it's in your personal career. Keep it open, keep moving forward, and make sure in life there is only two things: either you go forward or you go back. There is nothing called stagnant. If you feel that, with your job, with your career, with your profession, with your business, you feel this is what I am going to do, and I'm going to make sure that I'm going to live in that small cocoon of mine, you will only go forward. Look to progress, look at things differently, look at opportunities differently, and grasping of opportunities. Don't think whether you will fail or not. Just think that it's an opportunity for which I will succeed. It's your mindset, it's your attitude which helps you go forward in life.
You spoke about grabbing onto opportunities and moving out of your cocoon. So there have been lots of ups and downs in your career as well, and there must have been that one particular opportunity, one particular shining light in your career at the starting of your career, which actually went on to become the defining moment in your career, which spurred you to become the legend that we know you as today. So, what was that one defining moment or that one opportunity which you grabbed onto?
Uh, you know, it's the moment which you have to seize. Opportunities will come for every one of you. When you grow up well, when you get well educated, when you come out of an institution like St. Xavier's, your opportunities will come. But the most important thing is to seize that opportunity, is to make that opportunity count for you. For me, I was a sportsman. So when I got first picked for the country in 1996 to play my first Test match at Lords, I was asked to bat at number 3. There's difficult conditions in England, cold, seaming. They had fast bowlers, and a lot of them felt that it would be Sourav Ganguly's first and last Test match, because a good delivery, he will fail, and we will have to look at somebody else. But it's what you look into things at. It's what you look at, what comes your way. It's not what others look, what comes your way. For me, it was an opportunity to succeed. For me, it was an opportunity to show the world that I was good enough at this level, and I battled hard. I prepared hard. And a lot of your success, whether it's in education or whether it's in sport, is about preparation. It's how much you prepare and get ready for the battle day. And once you keep preparing day in, day out, you become confident also. You become confident of your success. You feel, no, I've worked hard, I've covered every corner of my syllabus or of my sport or of my business. And there's only one thing for me, it's success. It's an amazing confidence which builds in you. So I got that opportunity in Lords. I got in. I remember I was 27, not out the night before, and I knew that this was my chance. I just needed to get in the next morning, fight hard, and see where it finishes. I managed to get a test match 100 that day, and my life completely changed. Remember, for all of you in your life, as you grow older and as you get opportunities to establish yourself, you'll see careers changing in over a span of one day, 1 week, 1 month. That's how quickly things change for the good. And just hold on to it, grasp onto it. I went on to get 100. I remember at the end of the day, I was thronged by media at Lords, the best cricket place in the world. And they asked me, you know, you have proved everybody wrong because nobody expected you to do this. I said, listen, I was not here to prove anybody wrong. I was here to just prove myself that I belonged at this level. So the only way of being successful is your own self appraisal. Not work as per the mindset of others, but work to make yourself successful. That's a lot easier. That's the best, safest option, and that helps you to channelize all your energy to your work. Otherwise, a lot of negative forces take away the energy, take away the thought processes, and at the end of the day, you sit back, and when you realize, you'll see that you wasted your time on a lot of things. So from that point of view, just channelize your energy and seize the moment. Work so hard, prepare so hard that there's only one thing for you, it's success.
So after that magical debut at Lords, after that you went on to become one of the greatest Indian cricketing captains ever. And so you are credited for building the foundations of the team that went on to win the 2011 World Cup. Like you gave chance to a lot of youngsters like Virendra Sehwag, to Harbhajan Singh, Yuvraj Singh, who were the catalysts of that win. So, sir, what did you look for in these particular set of players? Not just from a cricketing perspective, but even from a more human point of view, as in what the personality and their characteristic traits, which actually helped you in giving them a chance.
Can you just shorten your question once more?
Yes, sir. So, what do you look for in the cricketers and young cricketers, not just from the cricketing point of view, but even from a more human perspective, as in their personality or their characteristic traits?
I look at characters. At the end of the day, when you come at that level, when you play at the top level, your skill levels are very high. Your skill levels are at its best. So what you need to look at is, how their characters are built. Remember, in life, what you do off the field or off your office, you carry the same mindset and same character in the office or in the sports arena. So I look at people who are tough. I look at people who, when the chips are down, when things are not going your way, you look at people who come up to me and say, give me the responsibility and I will deliver. Talent is what you're born with, but success is what you do with your talent. And for all of you are here, young boys, and I get so fascinated looking at young boys and girls because I have a lovely young girl at home who doesn't listen to the father at all. So, you look at people who are ready to take the challenge. You look at people who are ready to take the fight in a professional way, and I'm not saying in an arrogant way, in a professional way, and stand up and deliver. So I look into these small traits of characters, because you'll see a lot of people when things are tough, they look the other side. But there are a lot of individuals when things are tough and they'll come to you and say, hey, listen, I'm here to deliver. I'm here to make you successful. And you look at those sort of characters because once you have that mind, once you have that heart, once you have that will, you will succeed, however small or big your talent is.
So every cricket fan loves fun dressing room anecdotes, and I am pretty sure all of us, all the audience members here, would also love if you could share any one such particular funny incident or funny dressing room banter which happened when you were the team captain.
A lot of funny incidents because the Indian dressing room, an Indian dressing room is filled with players from different parts of the country. I came from the east, Sachin came from the west. There are players from the north, there are players from the south, who all have different characters, different food habits, different way of looking at life, different way of having fun together, and I used to get fascinated in seeing the diversity, and that's what makes our country so special, isn't it? It's the diverse nature of people who work in the country, who are in our country, makes this country so special. Now, I remember an incident when they did an April Fool on me. I remember I was captain of India then, and we were playing Pakistan, and I wasn't scoring runs. So the Test series finished at 1-1, and I remember starting the one-day series after that, and we were in Kochi to play the first one day against Pakistan. As I entered the dressing room, Sachin, Harbhajan, Yuvraj, and some of the other players came up to me and said that they're very, very disappointed. So I said, "Why are you disappointed?" He said, "We are disappointed with a write up in the newspaper saying that India lost the test match because the players did not play well, because the teammates let you down." I said, "No, I haven't said this anywhere." He said, "Yes, we have said this and we are extremely disappointed and we did not expect this from you." I was obviously a bit sensitive that time because I wasn't scoring runs and there was pressure on me. I was getting criticized in the media for non performances. So I said, if you think that I am going to, if you think that I have put the blame on my team members and not on myself being captain, I will resign immediately. So the discussion went on for a couple of minutes, and then they all started laughing. So I said, "Why are you laughing?" They said, do you remember that today is the 1st of April? It's April Fool's Day. I was so much under pressure of performance, and I was so mentally caught up of not scoring runs and not performing, that I had forgotten that was April Fool. That was the 1st of April. But I enjoyed it. After that, when I went back to my chair and I was preparing for practice and training, I felt happy. I said, at least I have a good bunch of boys who realized that I was upset because I hadn't performed, who realized that I was under pressure, I was being criticized by the media, and they found a way to make me happy and make me smile. And I think that's what your colleagues are for. That's what a team is all about. That's how you work together as a team and be successful. So I'll remember that. I remember that for my entire life. The first 2-3 minutes were very embarrassing, but then after that I felt happy about it.
So, like you said, that there were a very diverse set of players in the dressing room, and your team was known for playing a fearless brand of cricket, wherein we were even a force to reckon in the overseas matches. So, how were you able to instill that fearless brand of cricket amongst this diverse set of players?
They are just too talented, and I allowed them to play naturally. You know the best leaders, uh, you know uh, let the talent flow. I don't know whether you remember a quote of Steve Jobs. It says that I hired professionals to tell me what to do, and it was never the other way around. And it was never the other way around. Uh, Guys, can you give me 1 second? Can you give me 1 second? Just, just,
Yes,
just.
sir. Yes.
I'll just,
Yes.
I'll just put on mute. Hi, I'm back. I'm back. So, as I said, in the best thing Steve Jobs said, I hired people to let them let to for them to tell me how to do, and it's never the other way around. You hire the best professionals to tell you how to do it, and I believed in that. I had the best players in the world in my team, the likes of Tendulkar, Dravid, Lakshman, Sehwag, Harbhajan, Kumble, Zahid, and they were all different. They all had their individual talent. They performed differently, and they were successful in their own way. So my biggest challenge was to let them express themselves. For me, leadership, for me, team building, for me, success was never my way or highway. And lot of the entrepreneurs, lot of leaders in the modern world actually believe that because I am the boss, everybody under me should work the way I want to. It actually closes you. It actually stops you from being successful. It actually stops you from expanding, and it actually stops you from understanding or using the brains and the capabilities and the talent of the individuals who you work with. And I believed in that. I believed that let them express themselves, let them come up with their own way to succeed. I had Virendra Sehwag, who would hit the ball from the first delivery. And when I became captain, a lot of us said, opening in test match cricket is about making that old ball, new ball old. Either you keep leaving outside the off stump, keep leaving outside the off stump till the bowler gets tired and the new ball gets older. So I asked Viru one day, I said, hey, listen, um, what is the way you look at batting at test cricket? Test cricket, you see the likes of Gavaskars, the Greenwiches, the Haynes and all letting the new ball go. He said, I'm different. They left the new ball to make it old. I hit the new ball to make it old. So everybody was different. Rahul Dravid, he was immaculate. His preparation for a test match or a one-day game was spot on. And then on the other hand, you had a young Yuvraj Singh, you had a young Harbhajan Singh, whose way of looking life was different. They were young, they were vibrant, they had their own way of preparing for the test matches or the one-day matches. And now you would not mix both. You would not say that Rahul Dravid's way is the right way or Yuvraj Singh's way is the right way. You accepted their ways of being successful, and you let them flourish under their own mindset. It actually brings the best out of individuals because you allow them to be successful on and doing things which comes naturally to them. And I think that is very, very important. For a leader, it's very important to allow young talent to express themselves. And I firmly believed in that.
Like, you've been a cricketer, then you went on to become the captain, you've been a commentator for a while, and now that you're in the administration, so how has your perception for different roles changed over the course of your career?
My perception has changed a lot over a period of time. I still feel when I played was the best time of my life, when I played the sport, because it was so much of a challenge and so much of fun. You woke up in the morning with pressure and tension to succeed, and by 5 o'clock in the evening you were a star to the people around the world. Administration also is good. You have a lot of power, you have a lot of options to make changes because you administer the players. So I've seen both sides of the coin as a player and an administrator, and I try and balance it out. Um but as I've said, Nazish, playing was probably the best part because it was genuine challenge. And administration is about managing things. It's about creating opportunities for young players, creating opportunities for the system to keep the system going, because the back room is also very, very important for a successful team. You look at the way India performed in the last 1.5 years, going to Australia, winning, beating England in India. Now the IPL is on, the standards are so high, and then they go on to play the World Cup in the month of October, which is the pinnacle for all of us, and something which we really want to win after a long period of time. So it's two different sides of the coin, and you just have to deal with it. But it has taught me to balance both. It has taught me to balance the life of a cricketer with the help of an administrator. I don't think many get that opportunity to see the both sides of the coin, and I'm one of those fortunate ones who actually is being able to do this. So from that point of view, it's been an absolute eye opener. It's like you being a student now, and then after 10 years you want to be the teacher in the same school. So you see both sides of it, and then when you interact with the kids and the boys and the girls, you look at them differently because you were also a young student someday.
Just a winding up question, what would be like your advice, like since you've seen the entire journey, what would be the one advice from your own experience to other individuals who want to enter the cricketing field, or like entrepreneurs or people across different sectors who are struggling to get that big break?
Who are struggling to get there?
Like any like people who are young right now, so like from your own experience, what would be that one advice you would like to give youngsters who are still struggling to get that big breakthrough?
Okay, this is when you build a house, and which you're going to live for a long period of time, your base is very important. Your foundation is very important, and for all of you here, it's the foundation stage now. So work so hard, and I keep telling Sana as well that this is the time of your life where you need to build the base. You work hard, you study hard, you do good in your exams, because by the time you're 25, 26, 27, your education goes away and your professional world creeps in. The effort you put in now is going to bear the fruits for the rest of your life. So don't take the easy option at the moment. I know it's tough, there are a lot of things to do. You want to go out with your friend, you want to go for to have an ice cream, you want to go to the Starbucks and have a coffee, you want to go to your friend's house and spend and watch a movie together. All this can happen, but at the same time, you have to make sure that whatever you do, whether you're in education, whether you're in sports, you do that part very, very well. Once you build that solid foundation, your acceptance around the world will be a lot more easier. Trust me, I'm a lot older to all of you. I've seen this world, I've seen ups and downs, I've seen the best. Be so good that people will be forced to have you in their setup. That's the only solution in the world. Don't take the easy option. Some of your parents will be very rich, some of your parents will have good businesses, but it's your parents. You have to build your own identity, you have to build your own name, so that one day when you get to 50, 55, 60, you will sit back and say, hey, listen, I have done things on my own as well. So make sure you move towards that. Make sure you develop that sort of a mindset and work hard. Remember, what you do till the age of 26, 27, you will reap those benefits for the rest of your life.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure interacting with you. We request you to now kindly declare Entrepreneurship Awareness Camp open, and then we can end up the discussion.
I now declare the Entrepreneurship Awareness Camp 2021 open. I hope all of you have a good time.
Thank you so much, sir. It was a pleasure interacting with you. We are absolutely humbled and honored to have you here with us. Nishta will be taking over for the vote of thanks.
Okay. So before you
yes, sir.
Before you finish, Mridul, Nazish, Siddharth, I don't see the name of one of the other friends of mine. I don't know whether Father Dominic is still on this call or not. Thank you for having me. Nazish made this possible. And a month ago she said, you have to come on our entrepreneurship seminar. I said, I will do it. I will come because you have requested me. So thank you, and I feel extremely happy to be among with such wonderful young boys and girls. It reminds me of my days in school when I used to land up in St. Xavier's at 8:30 in the morning, getting ready for my classes. I would play for the first half an hour in the big field and then get back to classes, sweating and panting to be on time. Those were great memories. It's a great institution, and enjoy every bit of it.
Thank you so much, sir. It has been a pleasure, and an absolute pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
As we come to the end of this impeccably enriching speaker session, I would take the opportunity to extend our gratitude with a very warm vote of thanks. We sincerely thank our respected Principal, Reverend Dr. Dominic Savio, and Vice Principals, Reverend Father Joseph Kulandai and Reverend Father Peter Arokium, for being the pillar of strength that helped us pave the path to success and glory. I would further like to thank our faculty advisor, Dr. Arup Kumar Mitra, as well as Mr. Romit Beed and Mr. Souvik Roy for their leading supervision and inspiration at every point of time. We thank our speaker, Mr. Sourav Ganguly, for giving us his time to enlighten our event with insightful ways of sharing his experiences and knowledge. Along with this, we thank all our attendees for their patience and obedience throughout the speaker session. Lastly, I would like to take this opportunity to deliver a hearty thanks for the perfectly logistic support, the timely implementation, and guidance provided by the members of the Entrepreneurship Development Cell. This event could not have been a success without you all. Up next is a workshop session by Mr. Shyam Sundar Nagarajan, which shall commence at 2 p.m. We request everyone to join the live session by 1:45 p.m. Thank you.